Hello Gemini, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your December Tarot Forecast. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. I'm so happy to have you here, guys, and let's jump straight into your reading. We'll take a look at your love life, at your career and workspace, and we'll get you some guidance from the universe on how to best navigate the energies of the month of December. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. And as always, I'm starting with an oracle deck. Today is the Sacred Traveler Oracle. So let's see what we have here. I also got a new candle. It's called the Fresh Card Fur, and it smells amazing. Gonna move it a little bit. There we go. It's all getting more and more Christmassy every week now. Okay, so for Gemini, we have uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So you'll discover something this month that you probably didn't put a lot of time or effort into, because either you didn't think that it can come true, it can like fall, like, you know, it can actually work out successfully, or you didn't see it as something prosperous. It was like a side hustle, or it was like something like a favor somebody asked you to do, and then suddenly it turns into a big business venture, or suddenly this relationship you never paid attention to turns out to be very, very special, right? Like you'll uncover it like that. It was right there all along and you noticed it only now. The only thing I'm going to say, so obviously this is a time to celebrate and you know, be grateful. This is definitely a gift from the universe for you. I would just add, do not get hung up on like, oh, I should have done this sooner, or I wasn't fair to this person, or something along those lines, because that will only delay the success and the kind of the rewards from it, you know, because this is also the resistance energy. So if you put that in, right, it will kind of cause some energy noise, so to speak, to the energy flow that you're supposed to have with this someone or something. So fully enjoy it, embrace it, enjoy it, be grateful. And this is supposed to be a lesson for you to know that you never know, right, how things are going to turn out. So do not dismiss anything just because it doesn't look prosperous on the surface. You may be very much surprised. Okay, for your love life, we have 5 of Emotions in reverse. That is 5 of Cups. Tower in reverse. Interesting. The Sun. Wow, the happiest card in the deck. So you could be dealing with a Leo or a Sag. For your career space, you have Ace of Voices. 9 of Emotions. I just had a full moon in Gemini, and I'm getting here that it impacted your workspace in terms of how you present yourself and also how you speak about your work, your plans, your ambitions. 7 of Voices. Yeah, you see, we have voices and voices here. That's what full moon in Gemini will do to you. And I mean, you are a Gemini sign, so of course it hits you more than many other signs, especially if you have a placement, like if your Gemini placement is somewhere close in the degree than the moon. That story for another day. You know, I'm a fan of personal astrology, so yeah, these things matter. And then the advice, we have Ace of Emotions, another Ace, beautiful. Page of Inspiration, and Knight of Inspiration. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Cancerian energy. But yeah, this is also, like, you see, this is the solar plexus chakra that's being activated. This is like having that courage to speak your truth, to speak your mind, and to say who you really are and what you really want, right? Like, you're not putting up with social conventions and, you know, some limitations that people put onto situations, you know, specific people even. based on some external criteria. So let's get on with your love life. So definitely there was something sad that happened in the past that now comes back around. It doesn't have to be recent. I'm getting for some, could have been months or even a year ago, right? And it took you a while to recover from that sad event, whatever that was. It could be personal for you, or it could be something that happened with you and your romantic partner, right? But now this is the time when it's over, when the healing is here, when you can actually move on with something bigger and better. The only thing is that it's so good that you're afraid that something will happen to this current situation or this current person, right? So there is this fear of the tower moment, that maybe you're afraid that one morning you'll find out that this person was never interested in you, and he or she had some practical agenda in mind, right? Or you thought they were in love, but actually they weren't. Or I don't know, the person will it will turn out that they have a family elsewhere and they will just leave, right? Like, I'm just giving you examples, but something along those lines. Like, or I don't know, let's say your person sometimes goes away for a long time on assignments, and they've been around for a while, and you got so happy and excited about it. You loved spending time together, and now you're afraid that this new assignment will come in and they're going to be gone for 6 months, a year, something, right? Just keep in mind that the more you resist, like they say, what you resist persists. The more you resist something, the more you're attracting that energy. Because if you're thinking about it, that's exactly something, like the universe doesn't know that you don't want it, right? Doesn't know the negative to it, right? It's gonna bring you more of that energy. So, and I know it's easier said than done. Just focus on the positive, right? But try to see why is it that you have this fear and how you can turn this around. This is more of a therapy material, of course, but it is possible to kind of reprogram your thoughts that way, right? Or at least to talk to your person about some of the fears you have, right? It depends on what the fear is about, so that you stop resisting it. Or at the very least, you can use some techniques by yourself to help you stop being fearful, right? Because the thing with the tower moment, and maybe that's why you are resisting it, because you feel it coming, right? Maybe it's something that you know is gonna happen one day, right? Maybe for somebody it's relevant, for somebody watching. Maybe your person has an illness and you know it's gonna get much worse one day. Or maybe it's a terminal illness and you're gonna lose this person one day, right? Like, you know that's in the cards. It's not something that may or may not happen, right? And so it's natural to not want to get to that point, especially when you know it's gonna happen. It's almost like this horror movie, you know, when you know that there's gonna be a murder or multiple murders. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, tower is gonna come in eventually anyway, regardless. And it's not wise to try to avoid it, to dismiss it, to block it from your mind, right? It's more about changing your perspective, right? And I'm not saying just accept it and move on with your life, right? But see how you can, and that's definitely beyond the lens of this reading, but see how you can turn around the way that you see the situation, and how you can reframe it in a more positive vibe. For example, be grateful and focus on the time that you have with the person, right? If you know they're gonna go away from your life, for example. In your career space, yes, I already mentioned the voices. We also have 9 of emotions, which is the wish fulfillment card. So your wish is getting fulfilled in some shape or form. I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of, how do I say this? It doesn't have to be very obvious. Like, I don't know, you wanted a new car, you got a new car, right? Maybe you wanted, especially since we talk about the workplace, maybe you wanted your opinion to matter for business decisions, and now it is, right? And maybe you didn't like wish on a star for it, you know, it's not one of those dreams, but it deep down you had that dream and you manifested it into your life now, right? And the reason why it was possible, whatever it is because A, you saw the truth in what you have to say. You know, it's kind of like, well, it seems like people don't know about the stuff that I know about, without the condescension, but, you know, in a healthy way. Like, I have something to tell them, right? And instead of just kind of seeing what's gonna happen or keeping it to yourself, you spoke up, and you also had arguments to defend your idea or your message, or even the concerns you raised. And that's what did it. Congratulations, this is definitely a breakthrough in terms of your own self-worth, in terms of your communication skills, and this concept of being heard. We all want to be heard. It's like one of our core needs as humans. Congrats, Gemini. And then let's see what we have. The advice, Ace of Emotions, and Page and Knight of Inspirations. There's a lot of loving and passionate energy here. It's up to you whether you want to turn it to a person or to a new project at work, to your business maybe, to a child, right? Like whatever it is, remember that Ace of Cups is reminding you that it starts with self-love. Whatever it is you want to give to others, whatever passion you have towards somebody or something else, there's a lot of passion here. Remember, self-love comes first. And only when you fill your own cup, you'll be able to give fully and happily to somebody else, right? So take care of yourself, remember about it. And yeah, it seems like something is catching your attention and is keeping you motivated and emotionally driven towards some new goals or towards doing more of it. You know, like when you start a new hobby, or a kid like finds and like gets a new game or a new toy, they could spend hours on end figuring it out, playing with it, whatever, right? Because they're so excited. It's that kind of energy that I'm getting here for you. Okay, let's get some messages from your person of interest to yourself. Messages for Gemini from their person of interest. Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is you seeing yourself in a new light in terms of being a successful partner, romantic partner, or life partner, business partner, being a successful person, like rediscovering what it is, right? Putting aside certain nonsense that other people have placed on you of what it means, and rediscovering what it actually means, and seeing that a lot of it has to do with personal qualities and, you know, morals, right? Something that we're not really taught in a good book, right? But you're discovering it because you see the direct correlation between acts of kindness and loving approach and the result, which is quite tangible with the pentacles here. And your person, like these are messages from your person. Your person can see that you are embracing your true self and they're happy for you, and to them you are that. Like, let's say this is a feminine energy, but doesn't have to be a feminine person, you know. But let's say like if they're masculine, they see you as a wife, as a mother, as an entrepreneur, and they see you flourish and they are happy for you, they're cheering for you. That's what I'm getting here. And they're there to help you. They're just hoping that they can. Yeah, so there's a different kind of warmth there of how much they feel like they have a place in your life. So there is a little bit of that fear that you may not need them. Up to you, Gemini, how you want to play this one. But this was your reading. I love you guys, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.